Thank you guys for being here again. Alicia and Stephanie here. We love doing these. These are a lot of fun for us. And we're going to share lots of information with you tonight. And then at the end, there will be time for questions. So if you did grab some pen and paper, you can just jot down your questions along the way, or you can do the fancy thing that Stasia did, which is raise your hand. And if we see you, we'll do our best to answer your questions along the way too. Yeah. Okay, so let's dive in with how do you use essential oils? This is our combating seasonal allergies with essential oils class, by the way. How do you use oils? The first way is aromatically, so you can diffuse them, which voila. So usually about 6 drops in the diffuser is plenty enough. The oils are very concentrated, and you can use less oils in the diffuser if you're diffusing for kids. And any more than 6 drops, I feel like you are wasting the oil. You're not getting more benefits for more drops. So just be careful, put them in slowly so you don't waste any drops. We like to do combos. Stephanie has taught me a lot of great diffuser blends. So tonight in the diffuser, we have spearmint and eucalyptus. So Stephanie was gonna do lemon and lavender, and I said, oh no, no lavender, I had a long day. So spearmint, which is definitely uplifting and awakening, and eucalyptus, which we'll talk about in the class here. So you can diffuse them. I have a little car diffuser. We have the diffuser going here. You can smell the oils right from the bottle. So you don't even have to actually put a drop anywhere to enjoy the benefits. So I'll take lemon. Sometimes I take off the cap and I just wave it back and forth. And if you want a little bit stronger of a whiff, you can just breathe it in without waving the bottle back and forth, okay? And it still smells like thyme. We spilled thyme on lemon like a month ago, and it still smells like thyme. You can also wear diffuser jewelry, which if you're a woman, you might be really excited about, like we are. So you have your bracelets on, can you show?
So this is, these right here, these beads are lava beads. So I can put my oils right on there. Mm-hmm. I also think I might, oh no, I didn't wear that necklace. I have a few necklaces as well. Most of your diffuser jewelry either has lava or wood beads, and they're porous. So when you dab the oils on those, they absorb the oil and then you're able to carry it around with you all day. So it's really good if you're on the go. It's really good, like for my boys for school, they're able to travel to school with oils protected. And there's a few oils tonight that smell really good, but also have very great, like really awesome benefits, especially when we're dealing with seasonal allergies. So you'll get plenty of ideas for what you can use throughout the class.
Mm-hmm. Another way that you can use the oils is topically, so applying them to your skin. The largest pores are on the bottoms of your feet, so if you're not quite sure where to put the oils, the bottoms of your feet is usually a very safe bet. And you do want to dilute the oils for children and people with sensitive skin. So you can add a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil or regular coconut oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil. Let's see, what else? What am I forgetting? Olive oil if you're in a pinch. That's our last resort oil. And if you guys have questions about diluting, we're really good resources for that. Stephanie is kind of guiding me and showing me the way. She's an awesome mentor. And if I don't know the answer because it's children related, child related, I reach out to Stephanie because I don't have kids and she has 3 young boys.
This is another way to use them and have them pre-diluted and ready to use. This is a roller, which actually we'll talk about. I'll give you the recipe before we leave, but I call it the allergy balm. But it's got the oils in there, they're diluted, and this is safe and ready for kids to use. Younger kids, you would have to use less oils than what we have in here. But that's one way to have them diluted and have them for really easy application, especially when you're blending different oils together. So we'll talk about that throughout the class as well.
And you can also take certain oils internally, which means you can ingest them. You can put a drop under your tongue. You can add them into a veggie capsule, or you can put them in a drink. So the oil bottles themselves will have supplement facts if you're able to take them internally. And if you're not able to take them internally, it's just going to simply list the ingredients. So this is something that's specific to the doTERRA brand oils. We can't really talk to you about the other essential oils out there because there's just so many, but doTERRA has done a really good job of making sure it's easy to tell which ones can be taken internally versus which ones can't. Okay.
I have,
what are you drinking?
This is my mug of warm water, hot water. I have lemon, 1 drop of lemon, 1 drop of lavender, and 1 drop of peppermint in here, and it's wonderful. I know you do that a lot, right?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, I've never done all 3 of them together, ever.
Ooh,
So
it's just fun to smell.
Yeah, it's a very nice combo, and it's a really, I mean, this is a large mug, so it's not super strong. It's very enjoyable. But we'll talk about that combo throughout the class, actually quite a bit. But I like to do On Guard a lot. I do any of my citrus oils are really great to ingest. So there's lots of options out there.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about essential oil recommendations, starting actually with the roller bottle that Stephanie just mentioned called the Allergy Trio. This has literally been my lifeline during allergy season. I know you guys have, some of you have heard this story a lot of times, but I'm a huge allergy sufferer. My eyes get really swollen. I can't breathe. I'm tired the moment I wake up, even if I've slept for 10 hours. I wheeze. I've been given steroid shots for allergies. I've missed days of school, days of work, et cetera, et cetera. And this trio has done it for me. I don't have to take the Zyrtec, the Allegra, the Claritin, Nasacort, there's probably a couple more I'm forgetting that I've tried over the years, but I'm not taking them anymore, and that's really amazing. So the Allergy Trio is lemon, there it is, lavender, and peppermint. So what we'll do is we'll talk about each one a little bit first. Okay, so let's start with lavender. So we all know that lavender is good for sleep. We know it's good for anxiety, good for helping you de-stress. But for tonight's purposes with allergies, lavender is a natural antihistamine. So, we always talk about lavender if you have like a bug bite or a bee sting. It really helps to get rid of like the itchiness that happens for allergies. Is that good?
Yeah.
Anything else that I'm missing?
No, that's the main that's the main thing of why it's in the Allergy Trio. These 3 together are called the Allergy Trio, and that having those antihistamine properties is really why that makes it a powerful component of the trio.
Peppermint. Peppermint opens your airways, clears and opens your airways. So if you've been in class with us live before, which is always a lot of fun, we take a drop of peppermint, we put it into our palm, we rub our palm together, cup our hands and breathe, and it opens the airways in a really beautiful way. I always tell people, like, breathe gently. If you open your airways too fast, you might cough a little bit. So peppermint is going to clear and open your airways.
And then we have lemon. So lemon is, you can actually take a drop of lemon and rub it between your hands and use it as a disinfectant. It's very cleansing to the body. It actually helps with respiratory discomfort, which is what a lot of us get through seasonal allergies. The allergens cause inflammation, cause distress in our bodies. So lemon helps calm all that down, helps with the respiratory distress, helps with the cleansing and purifying factors. So putting all of those 3 oils together in any sort of combos, so taking them internally, diffusing them together. So if we diffuse them together, we usually do 2 drops of each, equal parts, making a roller and using them topically. So that's exactly what this roller is. It's equal parts of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And then you can roll it up your spine. You can roll it on the bottoms of your feet. You can
roll it on my neck
anywhere,
too.
really. It smells wonderful. It's not a funny smelling oil. So that particular one that I made, which is good for older kids and adults, especially adults, is 15 drops of each of those oils. And then fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. So if you're using it for younger kids, you would use less oils, but same equal parts still. You can put a drop, like I did, in a mug of warm water. If you like honey, you can add a little bit of raw honey. That's yummy. What else?
I put them on my diffuser bracelet too. Sometimes, you know, I just do like 2 drops of each on my diffuser bracelet before I head out the door. And that's really wonderful too.
The other place you can apply it is right to your sinuses. It's diluted like that roller. You can rub it right on your sinuses, right on the bridge of your nose. And that's going to help if you're dealing with a lot of congestion and respiratory distress. You could rub it on your chest, same thing. Yeah. So really the possibilities are endless with this combo, but it's a good one for allergies.
Absolutely. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Breathe, which is the respiratory blend. Here it is, one of my favorites. And this promotes feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. You can dilute it as needed with a carrier oil and apply topically. So this is a great one to put on the bottoms of your feet. This is another excellent one to go on your chest. So before yoga practice, before working out, even if you don't have allergies, I feel like Breathe is a blend that we should all have on hand. It is a combo of laurel leaf, eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, which is more commonly known as tea tree, lemon, ravinsara, and cardamom. So this is another one that just breathing aromatically from the bottle makes me feel good. Smell that.
This is one we use a lot in the diffuser. So
me too.
I know Alicia shared a little bit about her story. Our story for allergies really focuses on my oldest son. So when I was going through in the beginning stages of my own health journey, my son was really struggling probably about 4 years ago. So when he was 9, was really struggling with seasonal allergies to the point where he was probably very similar to Alicia. He was headed to the nurse several times a day to get his eyes rinsed out because they were so red and so swollen and so itchy. So we finally took him to an allergist, and he tested positive to being allergic to basically every grass and pollen. So how do you escape that? He was supposed to go on all different kinds of medications. And at that point, we had already started my journey, and we wanted to try a few different things. So we eventually turned to the oils. I'll mention some other natural remedies as well. But he's not on anything. Breathe is probably his favorite blend. If he's yucky and congested and he doesn't get nearly like that at all ever anymore, but he does get a little congested sometimes. So we'll throw Breathe in the diffuser at night, and then he's breathing it all night long. So that's a good one to throw in the diffuser. I like adding a drop or 2 of lemon just to kind of, I don't know, I never typically do one oil.
So Breathe is a blend, so it's perfectly fine to just put 6 drops of Breathe in the diffuser alone. If you do like to mix it up like Stephanie does, you could do 3 drops of Breathe and then 3 drops of lemon like she mentioned. Another great thing for Breathe, you can put the drops in your palm, so 1 or 2 drops in your palm, rub together, cup your hands and breathe. And then if you have 2 drops into your palm, you could also rub that onto your chest. The oils are super diluted. 28 cups of peppermint tea is equal to 1 drop of peppermint oil. So they're really super, super concentrated. And you could, do more than one thing with that drop. So you could put it into your palm and breathe it. Then you can rub it onto your chest. You could probably go to your, neighbor or friend and rub it onto them, and they would still smell it too. So a little goes a long way with these babies.
There's some other Breathe products too. If you have children, they make a Breathe Touch roller, which is already pre-diluted. Now you can absolutely make a roller. I would recommend diluting this for children. It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
You can make your own, but if you don't like doing that and you'd rather just purchase it, we have the touch roller that my kids know they can just grab and apply. Like, it's safe to apply right to their sinuses, right to the bridge of their nose, or rub a little bit on their chest. They also make the, let me see that, the Breathe Vapor Stick, which is kind of like a healthy version of Vicks. Looks like a glue stick. Yeah, it really does look like a glue stick.
But it smells great and it works.
Yeah, it smells really good, and it's really awesome, especially if kids are coughing, actually for adults too. But if anyone's coughing or really congested, this is great to rub on your chest, on your throat, and it's great, easy application. So that's a good thing to have as well. And then they also make the Breathe Drops. This is not what they come in, but that's how I store them.
They don't come with a cute little label. You gotta make that yourself. This is what they look like. And these last a pretty long time in your mouth, about 10 or 15 minutes. That's the time that it takes you to walk your dog around the block in the morning. I've timed it.
So if you received samples, we sent 2 Breathe Drops for you to try. And then we also sent a little roller that looks like this.
Super cute little roller.
Mini little roller with
so that's
our
already diluted
lemon, lavender, and peppermint combo for you to try. Okay.
We'll move to the soft gels because those were in the sample too, right? So the last thing that came in the little sample packet was the Tri-Ease soft gels. So this is a soft gel that you can swallow, and you can take 1 to 2 daily. In it is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So I just got these in my order last month. I was really excited to try them. And if you are living anywhere near Pennsylvania or in Pennsylvania, you know that it doesn't feel like spring. It still feels like winter, but I know that my allergies sneak up on me every year right around this time of year. So I would say maybe about 10 days ago now, I started taking 1 Tri-Ease every morning. I haven't bumped it up to 2 because I'm gonna wait until if I actually start to feel bad to take 2 a day. So I'm doing 1 a day, and I'm also doing diffuser with lemon, lavender, peppermint every day. And I have my roller right by my bed, so right on my little nightstand, so that I roll it onto my feet in the morning right before I get out of bed. And then the last thing I do before I go to sleep is roll it onto my feet again. So I just want to say all of that because I don't want you to think you can kind of swipe this once or twice a week and feel better. I'm going at it hard, I don't want to feel like crap. So,
and the key, I think Alicia mentioned a few things. The key is being consistent, and also attempting to target them before you're symptomatic.
Yeah.
So if you know that you struggle with allergies, you want to be starting all of this now, while it's still cold, while the pollen is not out yet. Because if we wait until we're symptomatic, it's even harder. It's going to take the body more time. So we want to target it now. So this is what the soft gels look like.
So these are cleansing, calming, and balancing. I'm sorry, did you want to say something else about them? Okay. They support a healthy immune system and clear breathing when the body is combating seasonal allergens. And like I said, they're a combo of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. One thing that we talk about pretty much every time we teach a class is the importance of convenience, and how if things aren't ready to go, we don't always take the time or have the time to create and make things. So I really love that doTERRA's already made these for us. doTERRA does also have empty veggie capsules. So if you did want to go as far as making your own little capsules to take, you could buy them empty and fill them up with lemon, lavender, peppermint yourself. Yeah. All right, so let's move on. We're going to talk about Melaleuca, which I said is more commonly known as tea tree. So this oil is naturally antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. The smell might not be quite as appealing to you as lemon, lavender, and peppermint, but the benefits and the power of Melaleuca, it's really made me fall in love with it in the last year. And I have it in my bathroom, which is where I tend to use it the most. It boosts immune system function. It helps protect the body against environmental and seasonal threats. And you can apply it to the bottoms of the feet or diffuse. So if I put this in my diffuser, I'm always adding something else to it because it doesn't smell the most amazing to diffuse alone. But I really like, again, just the idea that I'm getting my air really cleansed from the Melaleuca. And to go off topic, I use this most for zits. If I have a zit, right? I put it right on, kind of like how when I was a teenager, I put Tide toothpaste, put toothpaste on before you go to bed and you wake up, your face is all good. Melaleuca does the same thing. And yeah, what do you want to say about Melaleuca? I know you love it.
Yeah, we use it a lot for cleansing, disinfecting. A mom of 3 boys who are very active in sports, this one gets used a lot. But it's really good for, knowing that it's antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. We definitely go through a lot of this just preventatively. We like disinfecting a lot of things around the house.
Stephanie has a great recipe for a funk fighter spray. And my friend Natalie recently told me it saved her marriage. She got it for her husband for his shoes. And she was like, I'm not even going to tell him. I'm just going to go in the closet, spray all his shoes. And she texted me and she said, you saved my marriage. And I thought, what have possibly done to have saved this woman's marriage? So essential oils can go a long way, you guys. On Guard.
Yeah, so this is one of our favorites, and we've talked about it before in a lot of classes. On Guard is our immune boosting oil, our protective blend. When we talk about allergies, if you're suffering, if you're symptomatic, if you're sneezing, if you have itchy eyes, if you're congested, if you're having respiratory distress, any of that stuff means your immune system is struggling. So we can target those symptoms and we can deal with the respiratory issues. We can help the body breathe better and get comfort from all of that. But ultimately, targeting the immune system and boosting that is going to really help you with the symptoms long term. So On Guard is one that can be ingested. I make an On Guard tea that we just do, like the mug of hot water that I had, we just do 1 drop of On Guard and a teaspoon of raw honey. We'll talk about the benefits of raw honey in a little while, but it tastes yummy.
It tastes great.
Yeah. You don't have to do the honey, but honey has benefits for allergies as well. My kids will drink that also. My little guy asks for his specialty when he's not feeling well, and that's what it is. So that's On Guard. This is also wonderful to diffuse. It smells fantastic. On Guard comes in a bunch of other things. These are the beadlets. So they're teeny tiny. There's 125, I think, in here. Yeah, 125 beadlets. So this would be something that you could take daily. Just take 1 in the morning to help boost your immune system throughout allergy season. And then they also have the On Guard drops. So very similar to the Breathe drops. They're little drops that you can suck on that have the On Guard blend in it. And I don't think I said what was in here. So wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary.
This one's great. It smells really amazing. You can diffuse it in your office if you're at work and there's, people that come to work sick, which is unfortunate, but something that happens a lot. And then for the little beadlets, it's a 1/4 drop of oil in each beadlet, and you can put them under your tongue, let them dissolve. You can pop them in your mouth if you want to have like a nice little burst of oil, or you can put them in your mouth and swallow them if you find that the flavor or the taste or the smell isn't appealing to you. I haven't met too many people yet that don't like On Guard, the smell and the taste, but I'm sure that we're all different, so some of you might not. You can still get the benefits of the oil by swallowing the little tiny beadlet. Frankincense. Okay, the king of oils, frankincense. This oil supports a healthy immune system and respiratory function. It's great for overall body support. I want to smell that one too. Frankincense is my I can't live. Excuse us while we geek out. And I just want to mention, I'm pretty sure the blend I Can't Live Without also has frankincense in it, right? Console, I'm pretty sure it does. So this helps support the body in reducing inflammation. So really, I feel like every household should have frankincense. And if you're in doubt, when you're having an issue, whether it's mental or physical, I feel like 8 times out of 10, frankincense is in the blend that gets recommended to you or that you find, you know, in a book or wherever. So I use frankincense for my morning meditation all the time. It's really great for that. And I like to put a drop kind of right between my eyebrows, or again, just like we were saying, put a drop into your palm, rub together, cup and breathe. I've been having like a really overactive mind lately, and I've been keeping the frankincense by my little meditation cushion, because when I sit down to meditate, there's a lot of thoughts about what I should be doing besides meditating, but I know that it's not only good for my brain that I sit and take a few minutes of stillness and quiet, but it's good for my body and my immune system too, to have little pauses in the day. So frankincense helps me with that a lot.
The next oil is rosemary. And rosemary is one of my, well, I love the smell of rosemary. It's got a very clean, refreshing smell. So it smells fantastic, especially paired with like a citrus oil in the diffuser. But this one I love. So I have mild fall allergies. I have an allergy to ragweed. So it causes sinus pressure, and this one is my savior when I have that pressure. So I made a roller that has rosemary in it, and I just roll it right on my sinuses and right on the bridge of my nose before I go outside in the fall. And as long as I do that, I'm totally fine. If I forget and then come home and have to do it, then I can tend to start to feel that pressure build up. But this is a really good one for supporting the respiratory system.
Next up is cilantro. And I just learned this about 10 minutes before we started. So I'm going to let Stephanie speak more about this, but cilantro is cleansing and detoxifying.
So this is one that can be taken internally. It's very strong.
I like it. And I don't like to eat cilantro.
Yeah, but it is strong. So like you can make a batch of guacamole and put a drop of cilantro in it. But you want just one drop. And if you're making a small batch, you probably just want to do a toothpick swirl. It's very, very strong opposed to the herb. It's in the allergy class because it's detoxifying and cleansing. And when we're dealing with allergies or allergens constantly, whether it be pollen or mold or dander or whatever is causing the stress in our bodies, we want to detoxify that and cleanse it out as quickly as possible. So this is a good one to have. Because it can be taken internally, you can certainly cook with it. I don't like it like you could put a drop in 4 ounces of water and just chug it. But it's really strong. It's really strong. Yeah. So I would do it in a veggie cap or just use it topically. Bottoms of your feet. If you like the smell of it, put it on your wrists. I like it on the bottoms of my feet. It's a little bit too strong for me anywhere else. But that's a good one for the detoxifying benefits.
Now, this last one that we're going to talk about is another really excellent one if you have allergies, eucalyptus. So this is one of the 2 oils we have in our diffuser tonight, and I'm going to just smell it. I use this almost every morning.
I use it in my shower. You use it in your shower too,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But tell everyone your idea, because I said it the other day. Everyone was so happy. And then I was like, it wasn't my idea.
Well, first of all, I don't use oils unless I can grab them quickly. So I actually leave a bottle of eucalyptus up in our bathroom because it will not get used if I have to come downstairs and then go back upstairs. And yeah, it won't happen because I'm too lazy and have too much going on. So there's a bottle of eucalyptus sitting on our bath shower area, but I bought is it like a pumice stone with a cute little rope, and then stuck a hook on my shower, like one of the, what are those hooks, like this
little suction?
It's not suction because it's not on glass, but it's like one of the sticky ones that you can pull off. Okay. So I stuck that on. It's cute. It looks decorative. And then I hung the pumice stone on, and I put a few drops of eucalyptus before I even turn the shower on. And then I turn the shower on, let it warm up, and it creates this wonderful steam tent. And when you walk in the bathroom, it smells like a spa.
Yeah. And if you're not as fancy as Stephanie and you're like me, I just put 3 drops on my bathroom shower floor. So I put 3 drops on the shower floor, but what I do, and I read this somewhere, is I put the drops where the water's not hitting, because you don't want the water to hit the drops and wash it down the drain right away. You want the water and the steam to, you know, put that eucalyptus into your air. So I use that pretty much every morning, and it really helps wake me up. It's very invigorating, a very invigorating scent, but it also helps in the morning, because I feel like a lot of the times in the morning when I wake up, I'm more stuffy. I especially notice if I eat sugar at night, which I'm just going to be honest, is something I do. I know I shouldn't, but I notice it more the next morning on the nights that I eat sugar. I'm stuffier. So let me tell you about eucalyptus. It supports respiratory function and opens the airways. It helps cleanse the body of toxins that are acting as allergens.
The other thing we like to do with, and this definitely pertains to allergies, but we like to use both actually eucalyptus, peppermint, or breathe, any of them would work, is create a steam tent. So if you're really congested, if you're really congested and really need respiratory support, I don't know if any of you have done it, but you take a bowl and you boil hot water, put the hot water in the bowl, and just put, I'd actually recommend just putting 1 drop of any of those. If you end up needing more, you can always add a second, but I think 1 drop would be plenty. And then you put your head over that bowl and put a towel over top of your head. So you're creating a tent. You take a few nice breaths, you can go deeper, and then you're gonna end up needing to take a break and get some fresh air and then go back at it. What happens we do this a lot with my son if he's congested. And what happens is he needs to go to the bathroom a couple times and blow his nose, because it really gets all of that mucus moving and out of his system. So it really helps decongest you. So that's a fun, easy, quick, non-invasive, and cheap way to help your body out.
It's a little bit of instant relief too. So I've done that when my allergies were really bad and I'm just like in my pajamas all day, just like, oh my gosh, I need to feel better. I've done that before, and it gives you that little bit of instant relief that you're looking for when you're really feeling like you're suffering.
So I shared the recipe for the allergy balm. We also talked about doing a mug of hot water. You can actually make honey and just take some of your raw honey and put a drop of lemon, a drop of lavender, and a drop of peppermint in, and mixing it up and having that pre-made that you can add to tea, because that's going to be supportive as well. Also makes a great gift if you know anyone that suffers from allergies. Here's some of the other recipes. I talked about the sinus pressure roller. You can make, so we have the Tri-Ease soft gels. You can make your own soft gels, basically using the veggie caps. I'd recommend just putting 1 drop of lemon, 1 drop of lavender, and 1 drop of peppermint in it. I think that's plenty. And then the steam tent. So those are some of the main things that we do. Am I missing anything else?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah. So some other non-oil related stuff. So I was dealing with my son's seasonal allergies prior to actually even getting into oils at all. And I did a lot of research. So boosting our immune system. So we use vitamin C, vitamin D, and elderberry syrup. So this is the vitamin C we use. It's actually a powder. So you can add it to smoothies. You can just, it tastes fine. So you can just add a little bit. The serving size is half a teaspoon. So you can add a little bit to a cup of warm water. You could add a little bit to your tea, whatever. But that's, vitamin C is important. Vitamin D, especially jumping right from wintertime to now, we likely all are vitamin D deficient. There's lots of vitamin Ds out there. This is the one we like to use. So it's a liquid, it's vitamin, what is it? Super Daily D3 from Carlson. And I've got, both of these I got on Amazon, of course. And then let's talk about raw local honey. So you want your honey that you're using to be raw. because we want all the good properties of the honey still intact. And you want it to be local because you want the bees to forage on the pollen and the plants that are local that are bothering us. So that's the importance of it being local. If you're around here, there's a couple places. We go to, I think it's Bucks County Honey Company. Yeah, Bucks County Honey Company right on John Fry's Highway. There's a place up by you.
On 378.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a
know
little
the name of
stand
it.
on the side of the road.
Yeah.
On Route 378, if you're traveling like from Bethlehem towards the promenade, it's on your right-hand side. I think it's right by the State Farm Insurance Company, and it's there on the weekends. And then I think during the summer, they're there more frequently than the weekends.
So those are two places, and then I know there's a couple places, a couple shops locally that sell. You can always ask too whether it's local, and local in this general vicinity, not necessarily right from your town. I mean, we all have the same plants and stuff, and flowers and pollen in this area. So that has benefits. So incorporating raw honey into your everyday daily regimen is helpful. You can actually just take a spoon of honey and eat right off the spoon, which is what my son likes to do.
I can't do that. I love sweet stuff, but
very
that's
sweet.
too sweet for me. I put it right in my tea.
So the other part of bees that help is this is from the Bucks County Honey Company, but this is bee pollen. So these taste like grass. I mean, it really does taste like grass. But my son will just take a couple, they're itty bitty, I don't know if you can see, they're itty bitty granules. And all you need to do is consume a few of them. And you can actually up them and do more than that. But we don't do this daily, but you can throw them in smoothies.
That's what I was going to say. And
yeah, you can mask them. But he'll just go in the cabinet and grab a few granules and tastes like grass for a few seconds, and then he drinks some water. You could throw them on granola. I mean, there's lots of things you can do with it, but that's also really good to help with seasonal allergies. The last thing is, this is elderberry syrup. You can get it, I think a lot of health food stores sell it now. I know I've gotten it online. Elderberry syrup, I've posted a ton of articles about elderberry. It's fantastic for cold and flu season, but then we actually started using it years ago for my son's allergies. So it helps boost the immune system. This is the first year that I've started making my own. So this is my homemade stuff, and it's really, really yummy. So we actually probably will all use this, not just the son who suffers from seasonal allergies. The last and final thing I just want to mention, Alicia kind of alluded to, if you really, really suffer from seasonal allergies, then I would highly recommend you take a look at your diet. I'm a certified health coach as well now, but jumping back to my experience with my son, we initially managed his allergies through dietary change. We eliminated gluten, we eliminated dairy, and we eliminated refined sugar. All of those create mucus buildup and lead to inflammation. So think about what happens with your symptoms during allergy season. We're dealing with inflammation, we're dealing with mucus buildup. So we want to help reduce all of that and minimize it. So by limiting gluten, by limiting dairy, and limiting refined sugar, it will help. So if you really suffer, I highly recommend you make some changes in that area as well. So I think we're ready for questions. Did we miss anything?
No, I think we covered it all. So we're going to take questions. If you guys have questions. So if you have a question, raise your hand.
And we will that, or I think you can send us, last time we were
there's a chat. Yeah.
You can, if you don't want to, actually, we can unmute you and you can ask your questions live. We're happy to share more recipes, tell you more stories. But you can also jump right on the chat feature and post your questions so that we can answer them here as well.
A lot of you are just on your phones. We can't see you. So if you have a question, just send us a message in the chat and we'll answer your question while we're on here. Those of you that are on the audio, if you have a question, just raise your hand and we will unmute you guys. All right, Cindy, let's unmute Cindy.
Hi.
Hi, Cindy. Hi.
So my question is, you guys use a lot of oils, right? Especially Stephanie. That's why Stephanie's laughing.
Busted.
You use a lot of oils every day for all kinds of things. So how do you, if I'm working like a 9-to-5 job, then I'm going to the gym after work for an hour and a half and I come home, like how do I split up all those uses? And I'm not just talking about allergies at this moment, but all those awesome uses for my oils. How do I use them all every day?
Can I jump in?
Yeah, you took a deep breath. You're ready.
I'm going to jump back because I have a handful of oils that I use on a daily basis. But when we talk about like all the oils we use, it's actually, I don't think it's really just a handful for me that I use typically on a daily basis. If I'm not feeling well, or if something's going on in the house, like one of the kids are sick or something's happening, then that usage goes up. So keep that in mind too. Like on a daily basis, I'm just using the oils that are going to be supportive. My oil usage mainly is in the morning and at night because I can't fit it in the middle of the day. And I'm home some of the time. So if I'm home, I'm diffusing. And maybe midday, if I'm not feeling well or something, I'll throw some oils on. But typically it's morning. What's my routine? Let me add these oils in. And at night before bed. And my big thing with oil usage is it has to be where I'm going to quickly apply. It has to be easy for me. And I say this a lot in the classes. So I have a couple of different kind of oil corners stations. One of them is on my bedside, my nightstand. So I have rollers that are set up there that I use for my thyroid support, for my adrenal support, and there's a couple of rollers that we use for sleep if we need them. We don't typically have a lot of sleep issues, but if we're up late and I need extra support with sleep, then we'll use those. We have diffusers in every bedroom and then a diffuser downstairs so that I have to move them. It's just purely, I mean, yes, I could move them, but I'm not gonna, we're so busy that I'm not gonna take the time to do that. And then I have a station in my kitchen, and that's mainly where a lot happens. So that's where a lot of our blends are. That's where our main oils are. But I even keep oils in my laundry room that I use with laundry, because I mean, oils for everything. For like, I make my own cleaning supplies. I use oils on my dryer balls in the laundry room, or add some oils to a stinky load of laundry. That mellows it. That's a good one to add.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah. But if I have to go different places and, stop what I'm doing and go grab another bottle, like it's not going to happen. I'll just not use it. So I don't know if that's helpful.
In the morning and at night.
Morning and night are main. Yeah. Okay. If I'm not feeling well, I also carry a few in my purse. Like the three that I never leave home without are On Guard. I have an On Guard roller. I have a deep blue roller. And I have, what is my third one? Digest Zen roller. So those are always in my purse. So sometimes rollers are easy application. So sometimes I will use them throughout the day, or use them on my kids if they need them. But my main usage is morning and night.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. That was helpful, because I'm like, and if I can make a point, I just saw the video on Copabia. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
So I have some arthritic knees. Mm-hmm. So I would like to talk to you offline about that, how you use that, not now, but at some point. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Awesome.
I'll bring some Copaiba for you to try. I have it and I love it.
Awesome. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. So we have another question here in the chat. Essential oil safety and cats. I absolutely love eucalyptus, my breathe oil, and peppermint. What are your thoughts about diffusing these in homes with cats? So one of the things that I learned in a book that I have called Oil Your Pet with Essential Oils is that the best thing you can do is when you diffuse a new oil in your home with your pet, make sure the door to the room is open and then pay attention to your pet. Are they in the room? And as soon as you turn the diffuser on, they leave the room. My dog, when I put lemon, lavender, and peppermint in the diffuser, Sage will actually come over towards the diffuser and lay down. And already a couple times in my bedroom, when I have the diffuser going at night, he'll get up, spin around, and aim his head towards it. So I know my dog likes this stuff because he's actually moving and adjusting to get closer to it. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
The other recommendation I have is we don't have pets, so I can't.
So get rid of your pets.
No. So I can't vouch for, like, I haven't done any, I haven't played around with these things.
Right.
On Facebook, there's the essential oil vet. Her name is Janet Rourke. She is fantastic. In fact, I think she did recently, a month or two ago, did a live video all about cats because there was a viral post that went around, and she's phenomenal. And she uses doTERRA oils. So what she's recommending and the safety that she's providing, the safety tips and things that she's providing, she's a really, really good resource. So I'd highly recommend liking her page and then perusing through that, through her posts and her videos for more information.
Yeah, and we can put a link to her Facebook page in the in this event for the seasonal allergy class. We can link to that. I've listened to a couple of her lives. I think she uses the oils on her horses. She has a lot of horses. And she's been using them for years and years and years. And one of the things about her that I think everyone should know, she's really blunt and she's really direct. She's kind of like, come on, you guys, these aren't bad. Like, what are you talking about? She's very blunt, but you can tell she knows what she's talking about. She gets on there and she's like, okay, this post went viral. Everyone's freaking out. Let me tell you guys how these have been going, for the last 20 years with me using them. So she's given me some peace of mind. And Stasia, I'll send you a link with the book. If anyone else is interested in the book, please let me know. And I'm happy to share with you guys that book because that was written by a vet and an essential oil educator together. So thank you for that question. Does anyone else have a question? You guys can type in the chat box or you can raise your hand if we can see you and we will answer your question. So while we're giving you another moment or two to decide if you guys have any other questions, I want to tell you about our next upcoming class. It's this month. We're doing a double header this month. So our next class is going to be on Wednesday, April 18th at 7:30, and it's called Making the Most of Your doTERRA Membership. So one of the things that we have realized is that a lot of people on our team and on other teams have a membership and they're just using it here and there for oils. But there's a lot of other really great things that doTERRA makes. And one thing that's really cool is you can replace things that you're already purchasing for your home and for yourself with doTERRA products. So things like toothpaste, laundry soap, the breathe drops. Like if you're buying cough drops, buy these breathe drops and these On Guard drops instead. They're so much better for you. That's kind of what we're going to focus on. And we're just going to go over the really basic foundations, like how do I log into my account? How do I get these free points redeemed to get free products? Like the stuff we want you guys to know.
We're going to talk about the lingo too, because there's a lot of,
we're going to decode it
and PV and what's this and what's that. We're going to decode it and really discuss the details of having a wholesale membership, because I think a lot of people would benefit from that.
If all goes well, we're going to do a thing on Zoom called screen sharing, where we share the screen that we're on with you guys. I had like a whole session with the guy on Zoom. His name was Austin. He was really cute, and he showed me how to use it. He was. So anyway, that's coming up Wednesday, April 18th. And then I'll mention one more thing before we sign off. If anyone is not already part of our team, we would love to have you guys. We're making videos once a month. We're teaching live classes. We're really happy to come to your home or your workplace and teach a class. If you want to host something like this, it can be super informal. It doesn't have to be fancy. And if you're not part of a team, doTERRA has an amazing promotion this month. If you enroll, you get 50 free points in your account, which is good for $50 worth of free products in a future purchase. So I feel like this is a really good month for those of you that have been thinking about it and wanting to kind of, take the jump over the edge and become a member. $50 free in free product is, something they don't do too often. And I like when this business gives away free money. I think that's pretty cool. So I think we'll sign off now if nobody has any other questions. Thank you guys again for joining us. It's really cool to be here with you in this new way. I hope what we shared is useful. If you have questions, just reach out to us privately. We're happy to connect with you. And if you try any of the stuff that we talked about, let us know how it goes for you. It's really nice to hear your success stories and to hear just how these oils change your life and how they help you and how they support you in hard times, and just also how they support you also in great times. Anything else? No, we're all good? Okay, well, have a great night, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.